Alright, I'm seeing Predator on one screen. There he is. Now he's back there again. Weird. Hey, Mr. Predator. Yeah, he's going to collapse the searchlight. Alright, we'll just wait here and we'll kill all this stuff. These guys are chasing a poor rat. We are on single fire. Yes. Come get me, Predator. I made noise. Whoa. What else is coming? That's not even the Predator. That's... Oh, wait. Oh, that's a hunter, then 4 other zombies, and then the Predators are still taking out the searchlight. Maybe it's time to get in the vehicle. We'll run them over instead of shooting them. They're still distracted by the rat. That's a problem I didn't consider. The vehicle's weighed down and or damaged. I can't get up to full speed. At least we got that one. I guess we are going to shoot him. I can't get going fast enough in the dirt with this guy. Whoops, Predator's here. Oh, crap. Full auto. Fire. You gonna hop at me? I dare you. I double dog dare you. Come on, anytime now. If he moves a space or hops, that's when I'm firing. Hopefully he doesn't hop and hit me simultaneously. That's the part that sucks. There we go. Oh, that was terrible. We didn't even drop him. He's close. We can should get one more snapshot off. Oops. Back to semi-auto. Good job. That's how you deal with a Predator. you go to micro-pulsing your firing, your aiming, so you absolutely make sure you fire when you intend to, and don't let them get on top of you. Alright, how many rounds have I got left? 21 with 4 zombies? That's plenty. Come get me, zombies. Who else we got? More coming? Next. 3 more? 10 shots. Should have enough. Especially, they're not damaged, but still. 2 shots per on these, maybe 3 on that guy. Yep, exactly. Alright. Reload again. Smush the Predator, because I don't like him. And, go take a look at the roadblock. Don't care, don't care. Nah, don't care. More zombies. Mostly I just want to get in and take a look at the 50 cal. I want to get the ammo off of it primarily. Alright, wear the rifle and give me back my hammer of war. Oh, you got me? Alright, where was it? Right here? Belt linkages and casings. Belt linkages and casings. Oh, come on. How many times do I pick wrong here? There we go. 177 rounds of 50 caliber ammo for us. No, 277 rounds. That's 2 belts of 100. Cool. That'll keep me in the 50 cal business for quite a while. Anything else? A broken M2 autonomous Crows 2. We can get the M2HB Browning if we can get this thing out of here. It's 250 pounds at 30 volume. Maybe? Come on, zombies. Oh, now you stopped. I was watching this guy. He came straight down at me and then stopped. Must be at the limit of his hearing. Let's see if we can get this thing in the vehicle. Oh, now of course he comes at me. Now I'm all tuckered out. We'll do it this way. Okay, I don't think there's anything else I care about at the moment. Military cargo truck we're going to mark. 32-inch armored wheels, military composite armor, heavy-duty frames. This is exactly the kind of vehicle I want to get back to my base. Alright, we got to check that before we leave. Most definitely. Nope, not that. That. Get my stamina back. And another 167 rounds. Do I care at this point? I don't know that I care, but I'll keep collecting belts of ammo. Actually, we should take the M249. Depending on how many turrets I want to put on the big vehicle we're going to be moving around. Smash that sandbag! What you looking like? This thing is drivable. Drivable as is. Gonna take a few tries to start the engine. The more damaged the engine is, the more tries it'll take to start it. Might take 4 or 5 tries on rare occasions, but there is no problem that needs mending. We've got lots of JP8 fuel. We've got good battery charge. We've got wheels. We've got all of the dashboard or driver seat position requirements, controls, and a seat, and so on. So yeah, this thing's drivable right where it's at. Gonna be a little tricky getting it out of here. I think I can do the backup, pull forward, especially if I just either disassemble or smash that thing flat. No, not gonna let me smash it with a warhammer. Alright, fine. Be that way. Technicians over there as well. I would like to also check out the soldier bodies and get the remaining belts of ammo there. So, just gotta be careful. Oop, shock zombie as well. Hey, buddy. Trenching tools, radios, MREs. Alright, I'm overweight. Well, that would be why. So much ammo. Much better. You're gonna get boomered? Yeah, I'm gonna get boomered. That's alright. Do I have my towel? I don't have my towel? How do I not have my towel? Holy crap. I am towelless. What is this yellow card? A Halligan bar laying on the ground? Gold gas discount card. Huh. Next up, another couple thousand rounds of ammo. Well, not quite a couple thousand. Was that 1,540? Anything else that I care about? Not interested in any of the clothing. Which is about the time things like exoskeletons flip past my screen. Alright, I'm going to say no. Let's see if we can back this thing forward and backwards, get it out of here. Might have to move my vehicle kind of in the way. Move down the block a bit. Really? You had to scratch the paint? All I want to do is get a little bit of running room and try to ram that post, that light. Cool. That should make it pretty easy to get out of here. Well, you know, except for the... I think it's the bush preventing me from turning currently. It's my favorite bush of death. Oh, we're still driving? Well, that's a little unexpected. I thought I was done driving there for a second. Okay, we got the big vehicle. Now I just have to get this and the other one back home again. Kaboom! So we finally got a decent sized vehicle. Home base is where? Down south. Alright, so not too hard a trip. We'll have to come back up to get this vehicle. We're going to leave this one here. It's in pretty good shape, too. Nah, no foldable bicycles yet. Yeah, I haven't followed any of the changes that have been made to Blaze since it got removed. Well, not really removed, but since somebody returned to moderating it. So it may have undergone some changes and removals. Okay, I'm really happy though. We got a hold of the 50 cal ammo, so now we can go weapons hot with our Barrett as needed. Take doors down, or you know, anything else. We got our sniper rifle as well. Picked up a good vehicle. Now we just need to go back and get. That's pretty critical. Nice that was a working vehicle attached to that location. But yeah, I don't like messing around within range of 50 cal turrets. The rule of thumb with any kind of gun-related things when you're not the one firing the gun is just never, ever, ever risk it. Kill it from outside the range. Don't ever get in line of sight. Don't care what the lighting says. You will get killed. Just don't trust nothing. Whoops. I think I sort of went over that boulder there. Alright, so we're going to go down, drop this vehicle off, unload it real quick. We'll go back up and get the other vehicle. Then we'll kind of resort things and figure out if we're going to go into that other lab or keep looking around. I'm not sure I can get a better opportunity than that military cargo truck as a base starting point. APC is still my preferred, but I don't want to drive around the countryside forever trying to find one. That cargo truck will have a nice fat pile of resources we can use, though, whether we strip it down all the way to frames or use it as a base template. Okay, this time we're going to bring this thing around. I think it might be time. I think I'll take the motorcycle up and we'll just leave it up there. I don't really have a use for it anymore. Everything out. Definitely. Yeah. I'm going to keep the welding gear. Oh yeah, that's why we were so overweight and moving real slow. 5 storage batteries sitting back here. Alright, we'll leave the rest of that in here. I think we might finally exceed the storage space in a tile. I almost never managed to do that. Before we do, though, let's switch some of these things over here. They can stay outside, which is the bulk of what this is going to represent. 228? Nope, 164. So we're not quite going to go over. It's going to be just shy. 987 out of 1,000. There's no point to using them around my base to kill zombies. Base defense is not a thing in Cataclysm currently, and hasn't been for a very, very long time. There's just no need for it, especially if you're playing on default worlds with no wandering hordes. No zombies are ever going to show up here. There's no need to defend anything. It's impossible for zombies to ever get here. Even if I had wandering hordes turned on, we're so far from any zombie populations that they wouldn't show up here either. Maybe if I started firing off tank guns or something, they might wander down from Somerset, but not likely. M249s are dime a dozen. I can get those all over the place. The M2HB, the 50 cal, much more precious item. That's the only reason I grabbed it. M240s and 249s, I can get all over the place. Okay, let's get something to eat. What are we eating nowadays? Butter is all gone. Look at the health things. So is 1 plus probably the most? What is the point of that? I mean, what is the point of that whole system? No. I call bullshit. You're telling me Purifier has a 3+ status? No. Purifier is terrible for you. There's just absolutely no way. Somebody done messed up. +3. That's the same rating as a Panaceus, which is the super healer. Right there, Panaceus. Oh man. Yeah, somebody might want to talk to to somebody. I just don't get the point of this. I don't get the point of this column. I mean, The bad stuff is obviously bad. The good stuff is at best just barely good, and really, unless you're hyper abusing your health and just eating the nastiest stuff for the longest period of time, it really isn't going to affect your health stat all that much. You're always trending to 0, and the natural trend overcomes damn near everything unless you're just really going to town on your health stat, almost on purpose. You have to really be purposely abusing yourself in order to make that go down and stay down for any appreciable length of time where it would actually have an effect on your character. So that's why I don't really bother with the leukocyte breeder system or really care about my health stat anymore. I very rarely pay any attention to it because I've just over time realized that it really doesn't need tending. The natural trend to 0 is so overwhelming compared to all the other stats and timers and bleed offs and so on that it just really doesn't matter. So I really don't understand the whole point of this health column. I think that's a total waste of space. Now, granted, I know too much about the game. I know what's good for me, what's bad for me, and so on. So it's irrelevant information for me. But given the very, very low number of entries that it actually puts on all these various food types, I just don't see what the point is. And how would... This is part of my... what to call it? I have issues with some of the decisions that are made regarding what information to show the player and what information to withhold from the player. It's bizarre to me, the things that they will give us specific details about, but then coyly hide other stuff. And it's just, it's really schizophrenic or calyptic psychotic in regards to what information we get versus what we don't. So this would be one of them. I don't understand why we needed this health column. What brought this about? But whatever. I guess it's here. That page is getting kind of busy. Kind of busy. A lot of info. I don't know. It could be. As always, you have to view things through the prism of possible future changes they're working towards. And they're just putting things in that are a stepping stone towards later things that are planned. Very well could be that. I have no way of knowing. I'm not following that. I don't follow the dev side of the development or of the game. I just play it as it shows up in my launcher. So, yeah. All right. Well, I got heavily distracted there. Sorry about that. Let's have some fresh pudding for plus 20 joy, and it's also good for me. Man, I so don't care. As long as it's not this kind of negative. I just can't believe Purifier is being rated as plus 3. I want to see some newbie just quaffing Purifier thinking it's the miracle health drug. That'd be a good time. Good time. Oh, what am I? What am I downing now for bulk? Am I still overweight? I assumed I was. Oh. I guess we'll have some chocolate-covered pretzels. They're healthy, right? That was a double plus? Double green plus? It's like so many things are neutral. And I mean, I also do know what stuff to pick up, so... whatever. And how about some water? Clean water. Let's take off the gas mask. We definitely don't need that here in base. Let's wait just a little bit and have some water. And to free up some room in my belly. Alright, there we have achieved my preferred state. Full and turgid. So we got that taken care of. It's only 7 in the morning. 7 in the morning. Yeah, we're going to ride the motorcycle up. We'll take the motorcycle north and just leave it up at that vehicle, and we'll drive the vehicle back. Not sure why I bother to close doors and stuff. It's not like anything's going to show up. Whee! It's a nice thing about having so many vehicles just sitting around on standby. Yeah, that's the skill we need. We need a spreadsheet skill on the character sheet. I think the ability to accurately and quickly record and sort vital information would be a useful survival skill. We should have spreadsheeting as a survival skill. Be more useful than that stupid lockpicking skill. Can we replace lockpicking with spreadsheeting? That's my vote. Let's start a campaign. Let's start a get rid of lockpicking and replace it with spreadsheeting campaign. We just have to figure out the proficiencies. X column proficiency deficient, plus 400% delayed time. But because you don't have spreadsheeting skill, it's actually plus 800%. It just doesn't tell you that because it's going to inaccurately represent the negative value because you suck at math. Yeah, we can have some fun with that. Level proficiency 1 will be abacus. You gotta use an abacus. Level 2 you can only get to use if you have a tablet. Level 3 if you get a full computer working. Where the hell did I leave this thing? It was on the road just north of me, right? I forgot to mark it. There it is. Too bad I can't just ramp the motorcycle up into the back of the vehicle. Let's not park right in the middle of the road. Right there's good enough. Alright, so remember vehicle position just in case I want to come back for it. So there's the example of the damaged engine. Failed to start. Started on the second try. With half damage, sometimes I think I've had it fail like I think 4 to 6 times in a row. Failing at about that damage level is it's not common. Usually it'll start faster than that. But I've had strings where I've needed to get going and my vehicle wouldn't start half a dozen times with time passing each attempt. So something you do want to fix, but. But we have to have a way of increasing spreadsheeting through crafting. Craft an abacus. You need some beads. You got to find a tailoring basement where you can get some beads and a who knows what else. Necromancer! Yay, some fun stuff is finally showing up. That was one of my hopes, is we needed to burn some time. I was hoping our skill, our reading, and then our construction period would get us through quite a few game days so we could have some fun enemies in the game world that we could then try to capture. What can I possibly put in the walls of the vehicle? What would it allow me to put in that would actually take a pounding from a Hulk? Is it even possible to line? Is there a material for the vehicle that I can put in that would withstand the Hulk punching? That's the part where I'm really not sure we can do some of the things I've set the challenge for. Guess we're gonna find the answer to that question. Probably the rude way. Okay, welcome to the party, military cargo truck. I've always enjoyed the way they call this a cargo truck, but it's a troop carrier, so apparently GIs are cargo. I don't know if that's really the way they designate this or what. There's an NPC, yeah, our starting NPC. He's still hanging out inside. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Erg. I haven't messed with him because he's rocking a ballistic vest and an MP40. So I guess I could probably take him down in one blast with burst fire, or try to lure him outside and then run him over. But I just left him alone. Occasionally he gets a little annoying, but okay. So what did we get? We brought back this thingy in pretty good shape. So it is a heavy-duty frame as the base. That is awesome. We got spiked plating on the front, do we? Nice. Only problem is it's not wide enough. Not even close. So it's going to have to go through a complete redesign, but I could just leave the frames in place, strip everything else out, and set it aside. And that way I could just lay down a couple more frames to the side to widen it to whatever width I determine we're going to go. And that way I wouldn't have to re-weld all the frames for at least this portion. Going to be at least this long, probably longer, given how many things we're going to be trying to transport. And how wide was the bridge again? 18, I think? I wrote it down. Let me go look. Cataclysm. Bridge has 18 clear spaces between the railings. So we just need to keep the vehicle less than... I'd like to have at least one space on each side. So 16 max. We're at, what, 6 on this one? 5? 5 is typical for most standard vehicles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the small vehicles. 5 for SUVs and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Humvee is 5. That's what I'm used to. So, yeah, we could triple the width and still get this thing across a bridge. How with heavy frames and the armor and everything, what kind of engines we're going to have to put in it to drive it? Who knows? It could have a top speed of 5 miles per hour probably. Nah, we haven't done any captures yet. We're waiting on that until we get the vehicle built to some degree. Monday is going to be the day where we make our decision on what is on the capture list. So make sure you tune in on Monday for figuring that out. Then I have to figure out just how I'm going to try to contain whatever is on the list. We're very close to starting on the vehicle. I've still got a few other things I want to finish up, and it would be nice if I could still get at least one more of these or 3 more of these. Given how big the vehicle is, I need lots and lots of heavy frames, and the easiest source is vehicles like this. So I'm desperate to find APCs, military cargo trucks. Those are the 2 best by far. Everything else is either lighter frames or it's just not going to work. I mean, I'll take Humvees. I don't want armored cars, so it's Humvees, APCs, and military cargo trucks. We've got one each of 2 versions, but I haven't seen a single APC yet that wasn't a wreck. The cargo trailers, maybe? I don't see those very often, so I don't remember offhand. Okay, back to other business. So we got the 50 cal, we got the ammo for it, we got that done. I can mark off my notation about this. That is now all cleared out. We don't need standard books. We've already got multiple of the goggles. So I don't have a lot of need to go into towns other than that's where most of the vehicles are. So if I do go into a town, it'll probably be... I'd like to get the dielectric capacitance system installed with some power storage before I go racing through towns, probably on the motorcycle. We could try to put together a Mega City motorcycle that we attach to the back of our large travel vehicle. Use the motorcycle for scouting and heading into towns or wherever, and then attach it. I haven't actually done any of that. I don't know how it works. I know roughly how it works, but I've never actually done it myself. So we'll see. But we got a ways to go still on quite a bit of that stuff. Okay. And I want to do a lot of CBM installs, and we'll probably will dip into some of the mutation lines. I just need to avoid anything that's going to make me very large. So with a vehicle-centric challenge, I don't want to go to the inconveniently large and tank sizes where we'd have difficulty in the vehicle. Other than those, I'm open to suggestions that synergize with our character. Let's see, I was trying to look at something off the screen here. That screen. That is a bright, bright screen. Yeah, C++, I believe, as noted. There is a website you can go to if you have any interest in contributing that is a beginner's guide to contributing. I don't remember if I have it bookmarked. I don't have it here. It's usually pinned to the various things. You won't be able to drop a link into chat. The bot will catch it. It'll look normal on your side, but it won't actually go through. Nobody else is seeing any links. Alright, so the next thing I was planning on doing was going up and dipping our toe into this lab here. One of the new style smaller labs, going to be a ton of enemies. We sit on top of it for a bit. The robots and the zombies might kill each other off in a pretty good ratio, which makes it a lot easier. So maybe I'll... Do I actually have anything left to read that I care about? I guess I could start in on the... Oh, that's right. We're missing the early applied science. We've got all of the high-end applied science. Do I have a single... I don't have a single low-skill applied science. That's hilarious. Did I pass them up because I didn't think I would use them at the library? Or did they just not have a division for that? I don't. The lowest I've got is 4. Alright, well, we won't be doing that. Spawned a Hulk inside an APC, tore through military plating pretty fast. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what could possibly keep them contained at that strength level. Does it count if I have a Hulk get eaten by a blob and then I keep the blob and he be a blobified Hulk? Does it still count? Nah, you can't do that. The slaves got taken out of the game a while back as well. No more slaves. So what are we going to need? Yeah, I'm going to go in the lab probably right now. Because I'd like to get some of the CBMs installed. And we have a high likelihood of getting a decent number of CBMs out of here. As well as a few other things that I'm looking for. So I think I am going to go... The Doctor's Badge. The Doctor's Badge is the primary one. Because we've got... CBMs. Oops. There's our list. We've got a fairly good list of CBMs. Love to get the Cerebral Booster in. We need either the battery, cable charger for power gen. We got the gasoline fuel cell, which is also okay. But thermal dissipation for heat. We've got climate control. Recycling unit I'd have to clean up. Do I not have the dielectric? I thought I had the dielectric. Apparently I don't have the dielectric. Huh. I am missing the dielectric. We might have to go trolling for the dielectric. I could have sworn I had it. Oh well. Apparently not. Well, we got some pretty good ones I'd like to get installed. And like I said, high likelihood there's going to be a bunch sitting up here. And we'll have pretty good dissection numbers now. So, I think we're going to do that probably for the rest of this episode. I won't start building the vehicle quite yet, because I do want to do some more traveling around to try to locate some more vehicles. We just don't have the raw materials on hand. And I want to have the materials before I start tearing things apart and laying down frames, so I have some idea of how big I can get. It's going to take time. I don't want anybody to be under the impression I'm going to build the super vehicle in 1 or maybe even 2 or 3 episodes. It's going to be a long process, especially with the weariness system. So I'll make it as quick and as painless as I possibly can by having everything as prepared as possible. But it's going to take a while. So let's finish the other stuff before we go tackle that. So what do I want to take in with me? We're going to have the card to get in, the elevator to go down. I don't want anything fancy. The elevator is going to be our best friend in clearing out the initial front room. We're going to hope that the robots and the zombies mostly kill each other, and then I can just play cleanup and splash all of the zombies. I probably should not use explosives, because that usually gets me in more trouble than it solves. I don't have a lot of just regular grenades laying around to make use of. Definitely not dropping mini nukes in there. So I think it's just going to be the M4 or whatever I'm rocking for my 223-556 ammo, what I've got on my shoulder. I shouldn't need anything else, really. We don't have multiple levels. We don't have to take... Well, there's a few doors I could take down with a Barrett. But I could take the acetylene torch in for the same effect. The problem there is available gas. And most of the rooms that you can't get into is a waste of gas to even try to break into anyway. So... Yeah... I think I'm just going to take big old piles of my 223 ammo and clear it with that. If it looks like we need heavier munitions, it's a short trip back down to get them. We are going to go through quite a few. Hey, look at that. We do have the Scar H50, but that's the, what, 308? Yeah, that's for 308. I don't have a lot of that laying around. While we have lots and lots of 223-556. Most of it still attached to belts. Good. 8x40 in quantity. Where does it show? Oh, it's down too far. Shows it there. So, yeah. That's what we're looking at for belts of ammo. 6 full belts, so that's 3,000. Plus bunches of smaller quantity. Only 94 of the 7.62 or /33 or 308. So yeah, we don't have the ammo for that. We'll take... let's go ahead and take these apart. Take the low capacity belts. Yeah, it's crazy amount of mutagen for just a couple of labs. We got that much mutagen from 2. One of the labs is only 2 floors. 2 levels. It was crazy amount of mutagen in that thing. I think I hit the wrong sort key when I was grabbing. Yeah, I did. I put them in my fire. Wouldn't be the first time. Good thing it wasn't actually on fire. Goodbye, linkages. Okay, that gets me, it's only 160 plus, did I leave any? Left another 60. That's not going to be enough, I don't think. Let's take the other partials. Another 270 or so. Okay. We'll see how well that does. We'll try to use the hammer as much as we can as well. So, we got our hammer for melee, we've got the rifle. I shouldn't need any other specialty arms, I don't believe. Sure hope not. We'll take some food and water. Not going to take explosives. I don't expect any exotic tools to be needed. Let's start working on our MREs while we're in there. Take a bunch of MREs. Couple batteries for reloads on my lights, or my goggles. And I think that's mostly all I care about. About a gallon of water. 2-gallon jugs. Unload. Clean water into jug. 2 jug. That is a lot of MREs. More than I figured on putting in there. Got our rollerblades. And we are taking the torch with the tank just in case. I think that's it. Yeah, I put belts of ammo on my fire spot. I had my advanced inventory set wrong. Instead of sending it to my inventory, I sent it to a space that was where my brazier is, where I set fires. So I've had a couple of challenges end when I accidentally shifted items onto an open fire and had grenades explode right next to me, and or other things explode. So now, the fun ones, there's been some pretty good suggestions. Flaming Eye has been suggested. Incandescent Husk is a particularly nasty one to try to think about, being in the containment. Oh, man. I think we're all set. Let's pretend we are. We'll go take a look at the situation. Maybe I will go down the elevator, immediately say nope, and we'll go home. That could happen. Frogmother. I haven't actually faced a Frogmother yet. I keep hearing people mentioning Frogmothers as something pretty nasty, but I haven't actually encountered one. what we'll probably have to do is I'll have to put together a primary list and then have some alternates if it turns out there's just literally no way of doing it, which is very possible. Quite a few of the suggestions, especially the super strong ones like Hulks, there may not be an answer that is going to make it possible. So we might just have to see just how many crazy things I can put in there. I'll put as many in that can be done. And then the rest we'll fill in as we can. Okay, let's do a gear check. So I'm not worried about weight. I don't need the Halligan bar. I don't believe I'll be prying anything. I do want my tools, my scalpel, my injector, grenades, 2 clips. We'll hope 60 at a time is enough. Carry some loose ammo. And light amp. I'm going to not use the rollerblades initially. I think that's it then. Okay, so for folks that are new or haven't experienced this kind of a location, this is a lab. This is called various things. New lab, short lab, square lab, whatever. As opposed to the old style labs right there called science lab. So this is the old version, multiple levels, a finale at the bottom, things like that. So this new one is a simple square design. It's packed full of enemies and super packed full of chemistry related stuff, most of which is useless or that you can get easier elsewhere. But this is going to have quite a few zombie enemies, quite a few robot enemies, and 1 turret, which is usually by the point you go in not that big a deal. I'm not hearing anything, so maybe the fighting's done. Maybe they've all killed each other. Oh, there we heard a thump. Somebody's down there. But sometimes I've had occasions where I've gone in here and the zombies and the robots fought each other to a near simultaneous mutual kill. And then it's just the zombies starting to resurrect that eventually overwhelms the robots. So the zombies will always win. But if you can time it right, sometimes you can get in there without too much effort. And you just pulp everything as quickly as possible before it reanimates. Alright, let's pop downstairs and see if we get trapped forever. There are lights. There are robots and zombies. Everything is mad at me, of course. Scientists and manhacks. The manhack, I'd rather a combat knife. Scientists, I can also combat knife. I'm not really worried about any of these guys. Let's take a step up. They're going to open the door. Scientist's going to open the door. Alright, we'll drop the Warhammer. I am going to go for the combat knife. Hey, Scientist, you're supposed to open the door. Why are you not door opening? Why are you... Really? Alright, fine. Can't get him. Hit me in my eyeballs. There we go. Combat knife for the win. Now we're switching back, though. If you're wondering why I went to the combat knife, is because it's a lot better to try to hit small, fast, dodgy things And these guys were no threat anyway, so I wanted to have the right weapon in hand than trying to swing a big, heavy, slow Warhammer at something like this. You don't need to do much damage to kill these, you just need to hit them. So, going with something you can swing very quickly that has very low stamina drain on it is a much better solution. And the combat knife's a piercing weapon, so just a better choice all the way around for that particular combination. Super glue. I'm not going to start pulping yet. This is a very light population. So like I said, the robots and the zombies have already gone after each other for the most part. So let's take advantage and try to clear our entry area of enemies. More scientists coming to say hi. We're going to be very careful until we make sure we clear this initial area with our stamina. So there will be a lot of retreating and then waiting for my stamina to refresh. Okay, the next corner. Nothing in sight. Cool. Entry room is clear. Sometimes this entry room will be a nightmare. Just a nightmare. And if you were around when they first introduced these, it was hilarious because the elevator controls would be very easily broken by zombies. So players would come down the elevator, immediately get swarmed, and then the zombies would randomly destroy the controls, and the player was trapped. The player was stuck down here and couldn't go back up top. Good times. Yeah, we're having all sorts of fun messages come through because of my calyptic psychosis. Feel numb. What else? There's gonna be a lot more. I talk to my my weapon quite often. Shaking. It's being pretty good right now. We're not doing too much talking to myself. Alright, let's get in the middle of the room and check what's on the ground. The Whiskle and Electro Hack. Man, I so seldom need or care about Electro Hacks. Maybe I'll pick it up because it's an interesting novelty item, I guess. Just to say I have it and show it off. But, yeah. What else? Wallets. I gotta check wallets now. I constantly forget. I gotta keep grabbing wallets. Because the wallets for the scientists are where the ID cards are now. Unload. Wallet. Ignore. Unload. Wallet. Ignore. Get rid of the wallets. Get rid of bills. I don't think there were... I think I had 5 ID cards. I used one in the other one and one in this one, so I don't think either of those had ID cards. Don't care. Okay. Not likely to find anything there I care about. Mostly we're down here to kill scientists and try to find a doctor's badge. Hey there, Mr. Zombie. No doctor's badge. Let's go ahead and turn our atomic headlamp on. Ouch. Not going to break his way out. Ideally, I need to keep moving so I can take advantage of all the dead zombies and get them pulped as quick as possible. A little surprised he's not moving. Whoops. I forgot about this stuff. I do not have electrical protection yet. Damn it. Okay, we're gonna get killed by these random things. And I'm gonna get annoyed. Oh, I didn't get the other one done. We're gonna die. Get me upstairs. Alright, I think we're done. I forgot about those guys. So, every time they tap me, they're electrocuting me, which does heart or torso damage. So, just that little tiny short encounter, plus they were stunning me. So it was slowing me down. I'd get stunned and I couldn't move for a portion of the time. And I'd get hit again, and I'd try to move a space, and they'd catch me and stun me again. So I was trying to not get that kind of problem, and now they're all over the entryway. So there's a chance if I go down there, they'll just instantly overwhelm me. I mean, I could start shooting them, but I needed range to do that. But yeah, that was a very, very seriously bad thing. I came very close to dying right there. That's how quickly it can go.